The beauty of the universe is that it always shows women the power that always falls upon them. And the way the universe does it is situations happen, things happen, and it's like the first point of attack is the mother, is the woman. But most of the time, the mother, right? Whenever a child gets hurt, whenever a home is not clean, whenever children are being abused, whenever fathers are not taking care of the children as they should, it always falls back to the mother in the situation. And this is a big argument the divestors make because they're so male centered. And their argument is, well, what about what he's doing? What about the fact that he abandoned the children? And what if this da 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 da? Because women who understand and know women know this. There are women who subconsciously do not want the father to be a part of the child's life. Because there are mothers who want complete and absolute control of their children. There are mothers who want their influence on their children and no one else. And I absolutely get that as a mother. There are mothers who, unfortunately, it takes for her to become a mother to realize this motherfucker and his family is no good for this child or these children. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what it takes in order for a woman to have that reality. Here's something else to think about. At the end of the day, who is the one that everybody is fussing about? The mammy. Who is the one that's the point of attack that nobody trusts in their circles? The mammy. This murder with Naziah, everybody's looking at that mammy as aunt. Everybody keeps looking at her. Everybody is watching what she's saying. People are examining her Facebook, digging into her Facebook. People are listening to how she's not answering the questions, yet answering the questions in the courthouse. And what mammies like her don't understand is they take them for a ride. Oh, they take them for like a 2-hour ride in that courthouse before they begin to drag their ass. And I'm waiting for March 7th to hit, because when March 7th hits, I'm waiting to see how that lawyer dances around her motherfucking head. We got a whole month. We got a whole month ahead of us, plus 2 weeks, and another few days to dig all we can dig before that court case comes about. Because we all waiting. It's like the world who's following that is waiting for this fucking case. Now let's get back to the mammy. The mammy is the one that gets dragged horrible, talked about. Her hair talked about. The way she carries herself and the things that she does talked about. Now those of us that have mammies in our lives, those of us that got the ratchet mammies in our lives, those of us that may have used those ratchet mammies in our lives to beat people up, we understand that a bitch like that don't give a fuck. And we also know how she breaks down internally behind the scenes. Right? We also understand what the psychology of the mammy is and where the mammy has come from to become the mammy that she is, or how she becomes it. And for those of us that understand male semen and its effect on women, these women are affected by male semen before the age of 15. See what I'm saying? And so that right there plays a part in how she is. There's levels to the mammying. You have the mammy who's a hardcore mammy. That bitch is dangerous. No one should fuck with her. But then you have the subtle mammy. You have the one who she may have birthed boy children. So now she has a different idea or view of how she sees women, though she may have had girls first. You have the subtle mammy who she's the one who she can speak knowledge and wisdom and information, but she still defends males, and she'll still break down and pretend like she doesn't when her son goes to jail. So we have the very subtle mammies. You understand what I'm saying? Because whether women want to accept it or not, and I'm quoting Black Obsidian here, all women have a mammy that's in them. And mammy is just really another way of saying mother. But see, here's the thing. The divestors are mammies too. Because they're mammying for a man of another fucking race. And they're male-centered still. And that's the behavior of a mammy. Listen, no matter how you slice this pie of life, it still comes down to who's the best fucking mother? Who's the smartest mother? Who's the wisest mother? Every male, see, this is my life. This is my perception. I am an artist. I'm a creative, okay? Every male that I have ever watched that is a incredible businessman in any form of business, especially in the world of art and creativity, they all give thanks and praises to their mother. Some of them, if they're older men, I find that they even break down in tears over talking about their mother. Jeff Bezos is who he is because of his mother. That was his Amazon was his mother's idea. Go do the research. And then we didn't even get into the wives, because the wives are reflective of what kind of mother that male has in his life. Okay? Now that will be the man who created Jeopardy. And he created Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. He didn't create that game. His wife created that game by playing Jeopardy with her friends. Wheel of Fortune with her friends. Do you get when? Okay, so when you sit here and you look at the Mark Zuckerberg, who is a girl dad, did not know that he's a girl dad. Makes sense now. And he talks the way that he does. He has a heavy influence of women around him. No wonder he's Mr. Facebook. It all makes sense now. Place where you can go and discuss and debate and go back and forth and share pictures and be amongst your family. That's a very feminine energy thing to do, is it not? A place that he only had for just college students that opened up for everybody else to be there. Because Facebook was a place that made you say, damn, I guess I need to make up myself or go to college to be here. Made you do something to get a part of it. I remember how I felt, because I remember YouTube was big at the time, and I was on other sites at the time. So then you also have the aspect of this as well, people. The mother. We're going to go now into a spiritual aspect of it. The welcome mat, or mayat, which is the woman with the wings, which is where the whole concept of the angel comes from. It comes from her on the walls of Egypt. She represents balance. She represents the zodiac sign of Libra. But Libra is also in the opposite sign. I don't do opposite, but the reflective sign of Libra is Aries. That's the warrior woman. And then we have a book called, because it is Aries is war, Libra is the art of war, because Libra is the artist, the Venetian planet, share co-ruled with Taurus, which is an earth sign. So you're sitting here. She is the welcome mayat. She is the one who brings the balance in the home. So this is why when the house is not clean, it's a reflection on her chaos, on her internal turmoil. If the children are disrespectful and out of order, everyone's looking at her. If that man in her life, a woman in her life, whoever in her life is in that house and they are out of order, that reflects on her. The children fighting each other, that reflects on her. There's nothing wrong with sibling rivalry. You can't control that as a mother. That's going to happen. You can control it, but you can't control it. You just let it happen, right? But not to the point where children are fighting and beating each other ass. That's a reflection on the mother. Anybody comes in the house and she allowed them to beat and abuse her children, that's a reflection on the mother. You can't come in my house and raise your voice before I kick you the fuck out. That's a reflection of the mother. And there's no denying that. So let's get back to it. I sat here and I read the 50 executive orders that Donald Trump had signed. I read them all last night. And it got interesting. It got very interesting to me because I saw a little silver line. And it was a part that said, you can be fired for your sexual orientation, and you can be fired for, it was something else, gender choices or something like that. You could be fired for that now. And it also, I was like, ooh. So that means you could be fired for your fucking race. That means if a job don't want too many niggas in their job or too many Mexican, Hispanics, whatever, they're going to get rid of you. Oof. And then I looked at the birthright and how the law is going to start now, so it applies to people for now. So that means that right now, if anybody who works with you does not have their paperwork together and their children was born here, it really doesn't matter. Oof. Then I saw him ego tripping about what he was going to call the this and that of America. Okay? But let's get back to something. Do y'all not understand? And I mean this. Do y'all not understand that man, they're going to tell you mammies, they told you mammies that if the father's paying child support, he can't claim you can't claim your child. He can claim the child if he's on child support. I need y'all to sit down and let that marinate. I kind of knew this day was going to come. I kind of knew. Oh shit, I got a call. Hey baby. Well, I started hosting my show. I don't want to be rude to you. But I mean, no. I don't want to be rude to you. I meant to text tell you before I started. You know, I usually text you and be like, I'm about to start my show, babe. You about to take your nap when you get home? Alright, so just call me on your way to work, alright? Oh, that's right. You coming over here today? I am, but I'm saying, are you coming to work today? I mean, are you gonna come see me today? Oh, yeah, you did say that. Oh, shit. Can I still hang up my clothes even if it snows? But go ahead and go back. Call me on your way to work. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I don't get paid for this shit. Alright? I answer calls, goddamn. Especially when Bae call. I'm definitely picking up that call. Shit. I just meant to tell her, like, hey, Bae, I'm about to start my show. So she can know before she, like, call me or whatever. I knew she was going to call me. I just didn't think I was going to get the call right away. So, let's get back. So, child support, right? All of these mammies now, if he's paying it, now he can claim the children, right? I knew this day was going to come. I knew it was going to come a time men were going to get what they wanted with child support because women was just being so irresponsible. And so irresponsible financially with themselves. And being so codependent that something had to break. And believe it or not, this is all a part of Pluto being in Aquarius. Y'all didn't think so, but this is all a part of it. And also, we still have Saturn and Pisces. And so, with Saturn and Pisces, this is you're dealing with a sign that rules the 12th house of secrets and hidden enemies. So, these, with the Pluto and Aquarius, for goodness sake, and Pluto's a very karmic, deep fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? It is. That's where shadow work is. It is in the planet of Pluto. And then Saturn being in the zodiac sign of Pisces. I know people with Saturn and fucking Pisces. The karmic experience that comes with that. And whoa, when fucking Saturn hits fucking Aries, it's going to be something. Okay? It's going to be something. What I'm getting at here is what has been hidden is now coming beneath the surface. Okay? Now that sounds like duh, right? Duh, Minty. Right? But it's not duh. Trust me. Some people don't understand how deep it goes. What everyone has been trying to tell the mammy for years is that nigga man hates you. If he had it his way, you will be extinct off of this planet. Even you phenotypical nigga type light skin ones will go to. He wants you off this planet. And mammies will argue you down. Mammies will say all kind of horrible shit to you. They can't. A psyche cannot deal with that reality. Because my daddy black, my brother black, my grandpa black. And maybe for me, maybe just for me, because I don't have the big nose, huge eyes, heavy lip, nigga man in my family, maybe that's why. Maybe because they look, the black males in my family are very unambiguous because my family's not a black family. They're not white either. So they're unambiguous black people, most of my family. Most of them are just spread out through the Caribbean, all of it, from the Cuba, the Dominican. I tell y'all my story all the time. I got Puerto Rican mixed cousins, Haitian mixed cousin. I got Creole in my family. We all got that mix. So therefore, there's a different kind of mindset that we all hold. So that's why I'm saying it this way. There's nothing wrong with feeling the way you feel. If that's how you feel about anything, doesn't matter what the race and culture is. Doesn't matter if you're supposed to be a part of it. I stand on that very fucking strong. If something is fucked up, it's fucked up. And it is what it is. And they hate y'all. See, y'all don't know hate. Y'all don't know anger. Y'all don't know subtle things. I see it every day in my real world. Black males have a problem that I don't pay them no attention. They're all people are walls to me anyway. But they have a problem. People have a problem that I have this energy that I don't give a fuck about nobody's existence. Believe it or not, I went through it even being in New York City. People still have a problem, depending on what kind of neighborhood you live in. A problem. Ignore them. I can feel it in my body that they have a fucking problem with it. And it's not on purpose. It's just that it's an energetic thing. I don't give a fuck. And I never will. They hate you. They already hate you. Why would you have a problem? I don't know you. You're a stranger. Why would you have a problem that I'm not giving you attention when I walk through the door? Why you got a problem? Because you already hate me. You already despise me. You already hate the fact that I love myself. And I could give a fuck about anything else but me. You hate the fact that I choose myself first. You hate the fact that the last child I had was the last child I had in my whole entire 30s. I didn't fuck nobody and I ain't have no more goddamn children. You hate the fact of that. And your manipulation tactics is not working. You know that thing they do when like, oh, I thought something was wrong with you. You know when they like to put their hand up to their head to try to insult you and all these innuendos and shit that they do. And you just look at them like, nigga, the world hates you. Nigga, nobody has no respect for you in this fucking patriarch. You own nothing. You have nothing. And these are the men that black women made children with. What does that look like outside of yourself? Y'all be playing duck hunt, looking for these niggas to put them on child support. I seen a nigga with a Caribbean nigga who are the worst niggas. The worst niggas. Ruin a Japanese woman's life who came from a wealthy fucking family. Who came from a wealthy fucking family. Made her life low, like a project bitch. She live in a castle. How fucking sad is that? Because they hate you. They know they're not shit in this world. Their mothers, those mammies, y'all help them not be shit in this world. Do you know how many males? See, let me tell you how deep it is with the psychology of the mammy. One thing me and my friends always said, and we said we will teach our daughters, if you are prettier than his mother, that relationship is not going to work out. If you are prettier than his mother, that relationship's not going to work out. I'm a beautiful woman. And I'm going to continue to be a beautiful woman, especially when I begin to work my body out from 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 until I'm no longer here. So any woman that my son going to bring, or whoever they bring, I'm sure are going to be beautiful women. And if they not, if that's what he find beautiful, it's fine. I'm not a mammy. But the point is that part. I have seen women who their son can actually be with a decent woman for him, and she will sabotage that shit. She will not like her. She will push him to be better than what he is, than what the fuck she ever did as a mother, and she will not like her. What psychologically is that saying? And then you got these mammies, hardcore mammies that these niggas live with. If they go and get them a decent woman, what decent, well put together woman is going to want to be involved with him, with women like that that's around him? So the black woman, even as a black young girl, has to see that if I'm not at this fucked up level with all these mammy bitches, I don't fit in this motherfucking room. My life has to lower down to the lowest level of dumb IQ to fit in this room with all of these fucking broads. How sad is that? I know what my daughter's worth. I told her, you ain't gonna be able to be with no nigga. And I want you to watch and pay attention to your grandmother and your uncle, and watch how he's raised in the household. And that's proof to why you don't want a nigga like that, because he's gonna give you the same fuck shit when you live with him or you go and be with him. That's not what it is. And I got many more conversations to have with her too, because she grown into this world to be a woman. Got way more conversations to sit down with my baby with. Because the thing is, and I'm being like, this is some real talk right here, that the mammy is the reason a lot of them are fucked up. The mammy is the reason a lot of these niggas are walking around here thinking they something special, because they help their mama take out the trash and, I don't know, fix a bookshelf. So now he walking around here like he King Dingaling and all this type of shit, and all these other dumbass mammies made this nigga feel special because he done got molested by a few of them. He don't want to call it that, but that's what it is. So now he out here in the game fucked up. And then he go out in this world and he realize he doesn't fucking match to other males of other races in this fucking world. He don't match. And now he mad in the work world because taking all the work and the jobs, and they let them do that, and I can't do this and that. His aura is fucking dusty. A fucking dust bucket. They're all dusty to me. I don't care how clean cut that motherfucker looks. Something in my third eye just can sense this motherfucker ain't shit. He's dusty. And I've been around plenty of clean cut men that are in lucrative careers, and I've been around some scruffy men that really had all the money, honestly. Dusty. So that tells you something right there too. And then when she get involved with him, she ain't shit either. So why should anybody give a fuck about you? Huh, mammy? Why? You help these niggas abuse us in the streets. You send these niggas after us at nighttime, daytime, because you mad about some dick situation. You trolling us because he lied to you. You doing all kind of wicked shit to us. You out here grown ass women fighting little girls, laughing at them being raped and abused by these boys. This is what y'all do. That's why nobody feels sorry for you. That's why no one cares when you're crying. That's why when your marriages and whatever you have with him fucks up, nobody cares. This is your karma. When your son gets killed and died and lynched, whatever, nobody cares because that's your karma, mammy. And now it's so deep. It's so deep because people who have been fighting for whatever rights they have been fighting for are sincere people fighting for just human, respectful treatment. That's it. There's people that it ain't really that deep for them. It's just like, hey, I just want to get a job. Hey, I just don't want to be bothered with this. I just want to work and make my money and start my career and travel and do the things I want to do. That's all I want to do. But y'all debauchery caused even women who are against this nigga who you love so much to vote right beside him for your fucking demise because that's who's suffering the most in it all. It was y'all. And here Becky, dear black women, what can we do to make you feel more safe around us? She's asking a sincere question. She's asking a sincere question like, I really don't have a problem with you, but I really see that everybody hates you. And I don't want to hate you. I want to understand. And y'all like, you know what, we ain't got nothing to say to you. But you should have gave that same energy to that nigga. You should have gave that energy to that nigga when you saw who he voted for. But you're not. But let's get into the psychology of that. Listen. I understand that all you know is what you know. And that's the nigga man. And that's the nigga family. And that's the nigga life. I understand that. There's a lot of you mammies who are highly successful. A lot of y'all do better than me. A lot of y'all got nicer cars, nicer houses, nicer a lot of things. A lot of y'all have a lot of material things well put together, right? Here's the thing. There's a little intricate part of y'all that is missing. And what is going on is, with a lot of mammies is, it's I'd rather suffer in the hands of what I know than what I don't know. And I can understand that, maybe. Okay? I'd rather suffer in the hands of what I know than what I don't know. Because if I suffer in the hands of him, who is this nigga that I known all my life, I can handle that. I can handle him. I can deal with it how I can deal with it. But if I suffer in the hands of a male of a race that I do not know, that's a different kind of suffering because I really don't know strategically how to handle it. I'm kind of on an island on my own. And I'm kind of in a place where I feel like I don't have my allies. Which is not really true. But I can understand that. So there is a psychology to the mammy. She's not as stupid as y'all think that she is. She's a survivor. She has to move strategically. She's been played. She's been lied to. She's been swindled in the worst way that many of y'all probably would have took your life if you known how bad she's been swindled and lied to. She's been betrayed and even raped. She's been abused on so many levels. And she has to survive through that. And through her survival, this is how she survives. I'm going to fucking scam this system. I'm going to put all these niggas on child support. I'm going to sell weed. I'm going to sell cocaine and crack if I got to. I'm going to motherfucking use this stud in my life to fucking help me survive with these kids. I'm going to have all these best friends around me. I'm going to have all these niggas I fuck with and get what I get out of them. I'm trying to get some free weed. I'm trying to get some free liquor. I'm going to try to get... She's a survivor. And that alone makes her dangerous. Because she still has some level of intelligence and cleverness that can't be beat. She still knows how to talk sweet and manipulate. she still knows how to code switch. We can't deny the power of the mammy. That's what makes her dangerous. If she was not a powerful woman, then she wouldn't be dangerous, right? Nobody who holds power is too dangerous to anybody, right? No. Everybody has some level of smarts to them. You just got to get into them to see it. I lived in the hood. I lived in the slums. Only thing I didn't do is hang with them. Okay? That's the only thing I didn't do. But I knew them. I've been in their houses, talked to them, chill, chit chat with them. You know what I'm saying? Never got closer. The person I was with was inside and hung with everybody and knew what was going on the inside. I didn't do that. Took myself to Brooklyn, Manhattan, whatever. Didn't want my energy to engulf in that shit. Okay? So, understand, I have watched children from foster care. See, that's another thing too. The mammy has mastered her manipulation since a little girl. Her manipulation didn't start when she was a grown woman. She has a manipulation that she has been doing since a little girl. A lot of times they were teenage moms. I watch my own mother. Very manipulative. But I know where my mother comes from. I know what kind of male she has in her life too. But I watch her have control. I watch how she moves. The stepfather always tell me, you're like your mother and your aunt. And I used to get offended by that. But then as I've grown older, that's a fucking compliment. He's telling me how fucking smart I am. He's telling me how clever I am, how conniving I am. He's telling me in a negative way, but he's telling me my little clever, conniving, psychic shit that I do works. And he knows that. And that's why when the surrogate comes around, that's why he hug him and all that kind of shit. Because he know what he had to deal with dealing with a woman like me. Because he's with my mother. And I never saw it that way. After all these years now, I've realized what that man was saying. My daughter is very manipulative and conniving. And she got enough practice to be like that since a little girl. But yet she is my child. And she's the product of a Libra and a fucking Pisces parent. So she got it honest. And I watch her. And she's so good at it. One time, that girl had to be about 11. And the father was on the phone. And she got in trouble over having a phone. She was like, oh no, mommy. It was my friend's phone. And my friend this and that. And the father said, she lying. That's what the father said. Father said, she lying. The Pisces picked that up. I almost felt, because you know why I fell for it? Because she had me wrapped around her little finger. She still got me wrapped around her little finger. Because that's my baby. That's my daughter. But with him, he caught that. And he even laughed. He said, damn, she good. He said, she real good at it too. And he laughed about it. See, you have to be able to be a parent. See, as a parent, it's me that had to survive since a teen. When I see that in my child, I'm proud of that. I want her to stay that way. Because that's the only way she's going to survive in this fucking world. Along with me being by her side and the rest of her family being by her side to help her survive. Tell my daughter, use me. Use me. Use me the way all these other boys been getting tarot readings and psychic readings from your mother. I'm your mother. Use me. Whatever you need, I'm right here. Hold on, y'all. I'm opening my iced coffee from Starbucks. Well, that I bought that Starbucks brand. It's nothing like getting a pumpkin spice from Starbucks because it's like there's no more pumpkin spice in the store. Anyway, no, I didn't get whipped cream or nothing like that. I should have though, but this is why everyone is attacking the mammy. Oh, you mammy. You talking about Game of Thrones, you mammy. You shuffle tarot cards, you mammy. Oh, you spiritual and all that kind of stuff, you're a mammy. Because unfortunately, people feel like with spiritual stuff is close to religious, and therefore you're going to religiously defend that black male. And especially, like I always tell you, when you go listen to the show, The Harsh Truth About Divestment, is when you go back and you realize that when you have that black son, no one's going to trust you. That's just what it is. It's to the point if you say something that just doesn't even lines up with what the fuck the divestors are saying, it's like you're going to get Spartaned. That's just what it has come to. And the reason it has come to this, because that is the karma. You have a woman who's an elder woman, okay, who's been here a long time, who's lived through the times of mammyism to the max. So she has to run a tight ship. I don't fault her for that. That's the cleverness of her. But the divestors saying what they say is the shadow work that the mammy needs to see. I should have titled it that. The things that the divestors are saying to the mammy is the shadow work that the mammy needs to see. She needs to look into how can you still love someone who clearly was the one that sold you off and enslaved you? How could you still love your abuser? She's in love with her abuser. The black male is abusive. He's not loving. Why do you think he gets so much abuse? Because he's abusive. Why does he get knees on his neck and all that? Because that's what he does out here. He's abusive. Why does he get shot on the street, laid out like that? Because that's what he does. He shoots people down, he hurts people and leaves them laid out in the street. How many times have you heard of young black girls being killed laid out in the street, naked? That's what he does. So this is his karma. HIV/AIDS, his karma. And so she receives the karma from defending this motherfucker. She receives the karma and how her life is. Nobody making this shit up. This shit ain't being made up. Divestors ain't making shit up. The divestors is not sitting here, just like, look at what one black woman did to you. She talked about interracial dating, and here she went back to a nigga. And I knew she was with one. I could tell. You got betrayed. This is all the womb of the mammy. I don't sit here, see, the mammy still has the mind of a teenager. she really is not really having a good time over there in that interracial relationship. I'm talking about the mammy. I talk I talk to black women who are in interracial relationships. I mean, I'm an all black woman. I talk to them, and even still, they want a black woman friend by their side. They still want another black woman to be their friend that understands them, that's on their side. They still don't want to be alone and dating outside their race like that. I'm still here. I mean, what? Listen. I'm glad Donald Trump is. I'm glad he in office. I'm glad because I'm watching. I like to see how this. I like to see how this shit show is going to go. I'm watching it. I don't have a bone in this fight. I really don't. I don't have no bone in this fight, man. I just feel like I'm watching how these mammies are going to do. I'm looking at what the divestors are saying. They're laughing at you. They're calling this the Great Reset. The divestors even know that the nigga man ain't gonna make it either. They know that too. They know Trump because they date white men. They know. They know that Trump is giving these niggas enough rope to hang themselves. They know that. They know these niggas is not going to do nothing for their community, just like I said. They know these nigga men are not, these nigga males is not, let's repeat, they're not going to build no mega corporations. The divestors know that. But they going to drag you, mammy. They going to drag you the most. And this is your karma. Because when it was women like me, when it was women like Shakir Mama's Revenge, when it was women like Black Obsidian, when it's women like a lot of women, Kendall St. Charles, who came around and was telling y'all, y'all still did everything in y'all power to try to interrupt us, to try to stop us, to try to publicly humiliate us, and y'all is receiving all the karma that y'all need to get for doing that to us. I'll never forget it. I was just a little girl. I was just a young woman. And y'all was doing this to us. Because even we hate y'all. We hate y'all. And I'm a woman-centered woman. And I hate fucking mammies. Do you understand me? So y'all deserve everything that y'all got. All the pain, all the suffering, all the heartache, all the sickness, all the betrayal, y'all deserve it. Because women like me, we don't fuck with them. I done went to the nigga redneck side, and he is even more fucked up. he's even more fucked up because he hates black people. He hates himself the most. That pimp is a self-hating black man. The black man hates himself, period. And this is what we have all been trying to tell you. I've watched it. We all watched it. We have sons. Those of us that have sons, we see it. It's just that the mammy feels so horrible because it's a child that comes through her. And then she has to do the shadow work and check her own self-hate and how she even birthed this boy who turns around and hates her. That's some karmic ass shit right there. This is the shadow work of the mammy that she has to do. Everybody is looking at Shannon and Naziah's case. Everybody hates Shannon and the goddamn grandmother. This bitch pretended like she couldn't see who this man was. I don't have to have my glasses on, all contacts on to see who somebody is in the room to know that I know them. That's bullshit. These bitches look tired, slow, and delayed, and everybody's looking around like, no, bitches, y'all know what the fuck going on. How y'all didn't know this little girl was 5 months pregnant, mammies. How y'all didn't know. Y'all all been pregnant since little girls. Y'all should know, mammy. Where nobody is sitting here making it up. It's a spiritual thing going on. I need to get my eye drops. Ooh, ooh. I need to get my eye drops. It's a spiritual thing. People feel it in their spirit. Bitch, it's your fault. Bitch, this is your fault. You knew this motherfucker was a predator. You knew he was a child molester. And you still birthed children with him. So now the children have pedophile child molester daddies. That now they're going to grow up in this world and there's going to be a case on their father. Now my friend who's a grown woman had to find out that her own father, who she loved and adored, abused a young girl, essayed, and fucked her up as an adult woman. This is why people get mad. Of course she got mad at her mother for that. It's a spiritual thing that people are feeling in their spirits. The young girl who got doused in gasoline out here in North Carolina, people feel it in their spirit. It's the sister or the mother. You want to know the truth to why? You want to know why? Because males are the shadow self of the woman. When a male is out here doing shit, everybody knows a woman is behind their behavior. Everybody knows there's a mammy behind his behavior. It was a woman named, she kind of just floats around the internet. Really smart lady. She just floats around. Her name is like Rochelle or something. Rochelle said something one time on Crystal Swirl's show. She said, you know, you have sons, and when you teach your son to never approach a woman at nighttime while she's walking, that's scary for her. And, you know, when you raise your son to things that he should not do to a woman, I was like, absolutely. She said, so, think that there's women sending these men after these women? I said, Rochelle, I do. I know for sure that they are. I know for sure that they are. I've seen women start shit just so a man can beat up on another woman. I've seen women in the hoods that they got this prestige and respect by these males in the neighborhood. And if she said how if she told them to jump, they would say how high because she's fucking them. So she's fucking her son's friends. So yeah, the mammy is definitely the biggest goddamn pedophile child molester, but nobody wants to talk about that part. Because that's how she's controlling these boys. I've watched it, I put it together. The mammy's that old bitch that's in your face. That's that old hoe in your face. Hold on, what? I sent my brother something. Let me let her. All right. Hold on, y'all. And thing is, with all this said, I need y'all to hear me out for a moment. Okay, just hear me out. No, we're not updating those settings right now. I ain't ready for that. The thing is, oh boy. We stay away from them, right? And in my case, my children are raised as a village. There's a lot of family that is raised in my children. And like, you know, the dad's side, my side, my maternal side, my mom's side, are my children is my children is they're just very loved children because I had children by one dick. Okay, and let me tell you, when you have children by one dick, that's a lot of power. Believe it or not, you get more respect when the child is by one dick, and especially if those children favor or look like that bell. When a child is by one dick, there's more you get. There's more perks that you get. So when they go on trips, you get a ticket too. You get what I'm saying? You get the perks. Whenever there's a family outing, trip, you get to come too. There's perks. See, I found women who got different baby daddies. I'm going to do a show on this too. Different baby daddies, y'all don't get perks. Y'all kind of get disrespect. Y'all actually do get disrespect. I watched a woman with all sons. I should have got to know her. She was a tough bitch. Muscled the fuck up. Can knock you the fuck out. All her sons was built the same fucking way. Right? Very interesting person. 5 boys. Okay? And the way that they look like they was about one dick too. And I remember her saying in the store, she was like, the baby mama, this is how she said it. The baby mama was asking me for money. And her friend said, and she said, the other one. You mean the such and such one? No, the other one. See, the power of a mammy, the power of being a mother with sons, you could be a deadbeat too. You ain't got to give a fuck about a grandbaby. You feel me? You don't got to give a fuck about a grandchild. You ain't got to claim it. And that hurts. And that's power. Who you think the influence when you got a baby daddy and he ain't going to see that kid? Who is the one that always wants to see the kid? Who's the one always asking about the grandbaby? Who's the one always wanting the grandbaby to come over? But that mammy. But grandmother. The grandmother. She's the one who asked to see that baby. She's the one who want the other little kids to come over and stuff. And your baby. And if the grandbaby, if he's not coming to pick up the kid, she ain't interested in that kid along with him. And why is she acting like that? Because she's floating off of him too. See, one male once told me this. If your mother don't like the woman that you with, that relationship is not going to work out. If the mother don't like the woman that you are with, that relationship is not going to work out. I want that to marinate for a minute for y'all. And it really do be happening like that. How many of y'all got stories? I got kids by one dick. But I tell you one thing, she never refused them grandbabies. But I guaranteed you, if my stupid ass, which I would never, had different kids and different baby motherfucking daddies, my child would have never got that much love and treatment. She probably would have got it because she's a girl. She never had girls, but she never would have got it the way she gets it now. Because not only does the child get love from just the grandparents, the child gets love from that cousin that loves the grandparents, that auntie that loves the grandfather, that uncle that loves the grandmother who's his sister. The child gets love in a circle. Leaving mommy to kick her motherfucking feet up. I ain't never had to buy Christmas gifts. I ain't never have to buy a Christmas gift for a very long time. They all got one gift each from me. Everybody else, Legos. Oh man, dude, man. And what did I get? Oh, pizza maker, juicer. Matter of fact, anything I asked for. If I was thinking at that time, I would have really asked for my guitar, and I would have dead ass got that shit. I would have dead ass got that shit. That's the perks that I had. Had a lot of perks. Hold on. Okay? Now, what else I got to say about this goddamn Miami? 1 second. Everybody text me now. Now, another thing that I would like to mention. Why does the mammy choose the males that she chooses? Anybody want to make a comment? Why does the mammy choose the males that she chooses? I have the answer for you. And the answer is, from my discovery, my scientific lab work, the mammy has been abused and played for majority of her life, disrespected to the max for majority of her life, has to fight majority of her life. She's even gotten beat up a few times by men majority of her life. So she chooses a male that she can have control over because she has been so abused. Now, I have a one example I can pull from an old bestie of mine, and her mom was with a very abusive man. Ended up on drugs and all with this main abusive man. He was so abusive, he had the children in the house scared. That's how abusive he was. He had the children in the house afraid of this man. And she had um one of her siblings was one of her siblings' father. Okay, let's look at that too. And unfortunately, there was another sibling that didn't make it, right? By this male, which is a good thing, right? So when she got with another man that she had fell in love with, he was absolutely nothing. He did not work nowhere. They were in love. They were very much in love. Ended up marrying this man. He did not work nowhere. He didn't even take care of his own fucking kids. They disrespected the fuck out of him all day, every day. I mean, this is the an old friend of mine, so I've actually met the family, and I thought the family was pretty cool. I really did, and I really liked him, and I'll never forget him because he was like, hey baby, you coming to the cookout?" I never forget it, and it was just so sincere. He was harmless. I can say that he's just a harmless man. Okay. And I'm laughing about it, right? But her mother had no choice. She had been so beaten down, and then what she went through with my friend's father, too, that was a lot. You know what I mean? And so she ends up with this male that she can control because it's like, well, at least he's not hitting on me. At least he's loving me. At least he cares about me. Right? Now, that is a very casual example. But what about the mammy that's with the predator? The man who's the sexual deviant? Because she's the sexual deviant. He's exposing let me tell you how deep it is. The kind of male, even masculine type of woman that a woman is with tells you who that woman is. Okay? Tells you who that woman is. I do not deny. Everybody knows me, I'm poly. But right now, I have one partner and I have other women I do talk to. But this one woman that I do talk to, she is a little conniving, manipulative somebody. And she's so good at it. Okay? She's so fucking good at it. Dresses her ass off, beautiful long hair. I mean, my dream girl. Okay? Just definitely my dream girl. Right? That tells you who I am. What kind of woman, if you just get to know her and shit like that. See what I'm saying? And she's very giving. You know what I'm saying? She cares so much about the people who she cares about, the closest to her. I mean, if she knows you from her neighborhood, she'll give you a ride. She's really a kind-hearted person. And I have the same kind of heart with people that I give a fuck about. I could give a fuck about you if I don't know you. You see what I'm saying? If you catch me on a day where I'm actually human, you might catch a ride from me. You just might. But I'm so ruthless with didn't nobody motherfucking help me, so fuck all of you. I'm so deep into that, I highly doubt it, right? Okay. Here we go. Because how I know, uh, when my neighbor needed a ride, she didn't give it to him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, she's smart. Okay. So check this out. Um, this what happened. The sexual deviant that the mammy attracts is because she has her own sexual deviance. More than likely, she has endured molestation herself. She may have molested her own family members herself because she has her secrets. Any woman with a male like that has some very deep secrets. She has deep sexual things about herself. Okay? This is why you got a lot of men. I don't, not sexuality and what people do in the bed, but you know, you have a lot of them that peg and eat ass and all that kind of stuff with bisexual men and all these kind of things, right? That's freaky, right? That's classified as freaky. So there is dark sexual shit with her to why she's with a male like that. And psychologically, it is definitely her wanting to see what happened to her happen to another woman. I have watched adult film for analysis to journal, right? And it's this one particular adult film with this, it's called, they call them young dumb sluts, right? These people are from, they're Gen Xers. And I noticed that one of the particular women, she has a knack for fucking women who look really young, right? Like that'll look like, even if they're grown women, like basically a woman like me, she would like to fuck because I'm 40, but I still, to some people, still look like I'm in my 20s, right? So she likes to fuck women like this. Okay, she's an adult star. And I realized it's like the interviews and questions, because I was watching her interviews and questions, and the interviews and questions that she was doing, I noticed that, like, it's like she gets off on turning girls out. You get what I'm saying? And just whatever she does. This is the type of mammy that will be with said predator who has an SA charge. What's good, Bobby? Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Who will have like an SA charge. Because that is sexually who she is. And that is sexually what she likes. It's really that simple. And there is something sexual that has happened to her. See, as someone who has been sexually abused, and I have continued to be sexually abused, as I realize it now, that I'm starting to see that I go the opposite way. I like grown women. I like adult women. You see what I'm saying? I don't like looking at people who's flat chested, and you understand what I'm saying? And I have a child too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just, something in my mind can't watch stuff like that. Because it's like, I need to see curves, I need to see something. And I've been like this for a very long time. You feel me? So I say all this to say, I'm not defending her. I'm not. We just analysis. When you see a woman with a certain type of male or a masculine partner, it's telling you who that woman is. If you sit here and you see the joke of the woman with the perverted uncle, and you see her head is turned and she's cooking and she's looking all good and all this type of shit, she knows that motherfucker's a pervert. She's a pervert. Why is she like, hey, um, how does she say it? Why does she be like, how do I say it? Oh yeah, that young girl probably lied her age, and that girl was grown and all this and that, because she's a pervert. Why is she looking at an 8-year-old girl and saying a little girl's being grown when she's 8? Because she's a pervert. Why is she looking at the little girl and saying, the way she look and dress in her body and this and that? Because she's a pervert, just like he is. And that needs to be understood. Pervert. Don't make it nothing else than what it is. You got a homegirl, and she be like, the man she with got a sex addiction. She got one too. Goes for sick wives or girlfriends who help the serial child predators. Yes. They are watching. They like to see it happen. And it's hard for people to hear that. It is. I know it's very hard to hear it. But you have to face what it is. What are males here for? What is yin and yang here for? What is the feminine woman with the masculine woman here for? Somebody's masculine, feminine inside of a male-female relationship, whether you realize it or not. I've seen women way more masculine than the male. I've seen femmes more masculine than the stud. I'm with the soft stud. A lot of these women won't be with her. We talked about it yesterday, because she's a soft stud. Or what she's actually, to me, she's a mask. I don't see her as a stud. To me, she's just a masked woman. I have some masculine ways. I kind of deny it about myself, but I do have some. I can be very masculine, very alpha if I let the shit out. And when I start working out and getting these muscles, I already prepared for what's coming with that. Mm. Excuse me. Y'all got to understand what I'm saying. And y'all got to really hear what I'm saying to you. And so now, because you got to sit back and look at this. You're getting fucked, getting busted in by multiple men, and making babies. Not by one or two, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we see it on the Kendra G show day by day. And we see what delusional requirements she's having for herself. So she's also showing, do you know the way you handle your finances is a spiritual thing? I started watching myself with my finances as I'm learning about money. I start watching myself. I start slowly talking about certain things with certain people and start paying attention to how they respond to it. And I realized I like to save up money, but then I also like to invest money into things that are useful. And I like to spend my money on things that hold a purpose. I don't spendthrift. If I'm going to spend my money, I know where it's going. And I know how to save money up. And I know how to let some bills go and come back and put money into the bill. I taught myself how to do that. And I learned all this by being with myself with no children around. Because that's another thing too. Because the children are around, that's why they have that codependency, because the children are a part of the codependency. And so, by showing irresponsibility with your money, right? Showing irresponsibility with your money is very telling about who you are. I'm stingy with my money and I'm stingy with my pussy. See? Stingy with my money and stingy with my pussy. Excuse me. Let me get a sip of my cold brew. It's gotta be over ice. Yeah, it's gotta be over ice. That pumpkin spice hit real hard too. Now, um, but the divestors drag the mammy the way that she does, because with the divested woman, you're dealing with, because the divester is a mammy too, right? Because we're gonna get into her as well. The psychology of her is number one, right? The one woman who is, it's still kind of hard to not call the alt or the gothic woman a mammy in some cases, right? In some cases, it's hard not to call her one too. I can't exempt her from being one. Do you get what I'm saying? Um, Mammy is such a psychological thing in this patriarchy amongst many women, right? Because mammy doesn't just, it's not just to a black woman. It's just that the black woman's term has been called mammy for years. But there were other women in other cultures who fall into the diaspora, which is the Latino Hispanic woman as well, the Irish woman, you know, they all fall under this slavery culture, right? Now, the divested mammy, the psychology of her is she's lived the life, but she has been what you call the weird black girl, the awkward black girl in the black circle. She is the one who looked around and looked around and said something ain't right with these niggas. But she's bullied and forced and ridiculed for her ideas and the things that she say. So much that she's pushed into silence. So much that she's pushed into leaving the hood, living her best life, being around people the opposite of the people who has been around her. She pushes her life to get the fuck away every chance she get from these niggas and these mammy niggas, right? She has an anger, a disappointment, and most of all, a shame of the culture. She has shame of the culture. Shame and hate. Do you know that that word is the same word? That what you hate is also what you're ashamed of. And shame is still associated with hate. It's something about these two words that are just so strong. And that's why. You can go look it up right now. So that's the thing about the mammy. So she would tell you boldly, I hate these niggas. Especially if she's been with them. Especially if she experienced them. Especially if she's dated them. See, the wise mammy, she has some kind of compassion. Because if she didn't deal with them or she didn't fuck them and her life has been nothing but men of other races, she still has the anger, but it's not as much as the one that had to deal with them in a way where she didn't want to. Do you understand that? I knew a lot of things, and I still did the opposite in my life of what I knew because of what society did. Because you get broken down from so many levels. And where they try to break you is, well, you hate yourself and this and that. Then you become to realize that that has nothing to do with it. This culture has a culture problem and it's fucked up, and someone needs to say it. And anybody that's being honest about their culture will say it, right? This is what I'm trying to get like, it's so many levels to the mammy. And the thing is, the divested mammy is doing everything in her power to get the fuck away from everything that is black culture. Anything associated with black culture. So she begins to mimic the most plainest, ordinary white woman of the culture. She don't give a fuck about even having some kind of personality anymore, because that is even associated with being a black woman or black culture, or that will attract a black male. She doesn't want nothing that attracts him. And I get it, because the alternative woman does the same thing. We wear our all black. Yes, I rock my dark fucking Martens. When I tie my shoe up, this is not all on purpose. This is just really my style. You feel me? And it has always been my style. She wears certain type of, I wear certain type of shoes. I have a certain style anyway because I'm from where I'm from. And so she knows that these type of things and looks is not going to attract him. The thing about me, because I'm with a masked woman with very long locks, they're going to look over there at us. Do you see what I'm saying? And we got style. You know what I'm saying? When we step into the room, we main characters, like, we look good. You know what I'm saying? Can't fuck with us. So even if we have a rough day, still. And it's very clear who I am energetically. Even she tells me that. She's like, I can tell from the way you look that you listen to the music you listen to, or I can tell, because she knows, because she dated white women. And so the divested mammy, her hate and shame pulls her to do that. So therefore, when she goes over there, she is going to be the most racist white woman that there is. But where her nigga comes out is because she doesn't like women of other races, especially when they like him, which is the nigga man. She's not going to want to fuck with her. And I speak that for myself. But what that mammy doesn't understand is the way that the Caucasoid mind works is the only way I'm going to deal or talk to anybody of color is if I have somebody of color or black or something over here already. Because I'm not thinking about y'all. But now I have to because my son has mixed children. My cousin is dating someone who's black. My sister who's dating someone who's black. You see what I'm saying? That's how you got over here. If everybody over here does not fuck with your kind or you, and it's nothing but us over here, we're racist. But understand that she would rather be around a bunch of fucking racists that she could be racist with against her own people or culture, though she doesn't want to identify with that, because that's how much hate and shame she has for the culture. Even the alternative black woman, the gothic black woman, still acknowledges that she is a woman of color who is alternative or gothic. She doesn't not deny that. But this is what makes the divester still a mammy. She's male-centered, and she's pining over a male of another race, a race that she never was ever a part of when she was younger. Rarely have I heard a divester mention that they grew up in a mostly predominantly white school. I have not heard a divester say it. They say they have friends of other races, but I'm curious what those friends look like. Because they damn sure be parlaying with other black women. And you can't tell me their closest friend is not a black woman. So there is still a psychology of the mammy that is there with that divester. Because she says it out her mouth, quote me on this, that women are the weaker species and women need males and all this and that. That's that misogynistic white daddy semen in her talking about herself like that. Because she could never be amongst these men of other cultures and actually be a dominant, strong woman. She could never do it. She can never go around other cultures and be the queen that she is. You can't deny that a mammy is a motherfucking queen. She is the HBI motherfucking C. You can't deny that about the mammy. The mammy still holds some type of power. She has learned how to hold power in the room. She has learned how to demand respect in the room. You can't get mad at her about that. Let's not play this game. Let's stop playing these games. When a woman expresses, you know what? All men are fucking trash. I done dated them all. They're trash. Oh, it's given the black man didn't love me, so I don't want to deal with no man. That's not what she said. They're male-centered. Women have not, for the past, I'll say 10 years, honestly, or more, have not been centering around males. When I was 28 to 30, matter of fact, before that, I saw videos on how to walk in heels, how to dress, how to iron, how to fold clothes, how to put your perfume and what kind of different style, what different perfumes on. I got to learn that again. What perfumes last longer, how perfumes are made, what is cheap, what is expensive, how to put that in your iron water so your clothes can smell like it, how to wash clothes properly. I mothered myself. The dating world bullshit, all teaching women to embrace and love themselves. All teaching women to be in their alter ego and let them know that they are the motherfucking prize. All of that. But let me get back to something I had started that I didn't complete. Let's get back to the finances. Now, the divested mammy is a well-accomplished woman financially, career-wise, intelligent-wise, education-wise. She is very smart, the divested mammy. She's accomplished something great. Like if you do anything, being a doctor, lawyer, or anything like that, you've accomplished something great, right? So she's a six-figure bitch, right? So she upholds a standard for herself because a black belle can't match her. And she knows that. Go watch Grey's Anatomy. Shonda Rhimes shows you that. And Shonda Rhimes is not a mammy. I don't know why they keep saying that. She's not a fucking mammy. None whatsoever. She's a feminist. And that black guy that she's with more than likely doesn't date black women. I can tell. She just got annoyed when everybody saw that she was with a man. She just gets annoyed with it, you know. But she had adopted two girls. Trust me, Shonda Rhimes, love her. I had a shirt that said "Write like Shonda Rhimes." I might make another one. Okay. Another thing, financially, the mammy, the nigga mammy woman, she does not handle her finances well. But don't get it twisted. That hood mammy know how to get that money. However she use her leverage to get that money, she know how to get that money. She may not always keep it. She's honest too. That's another thing. She's very honest. She'll tell you, I can't afford a house. I can't afford this. I can't afford. She's very honest about what she can and cannot get with her money either. And then you got some mammies that's just, they just don't figure it out at all. Because they don't realize that the niggas that they fucking is fucking their lives up 100%. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Girl. Girl. That's what you gotta understand about the man. She holds her power where she can hold it. She's a brave bitch. She'll pull up on your panel. She'll pull up on your panel and say what the fuck she gotta say. And she'll fight you. If you live in a town, she might fight you. She's a crazy bitch. She's unhinged. There's no denying that. I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't. Let me show y'all this video. Over her goddamn Chipotle bowl. Embarrassed that poor boy. So I didn't want to hit her because that was a woman. Everybody was like, no, baby. That's a beast. Okay? Let me go ahead and put my, yeah. Look at this shit, y'all. How long is this one? 2 minutes? Alright, y'all. Hold on. Get it started. Build the website you need. Business functionality. I've been talking about this shit for a little minute now, right?
Design tailored just for you.
All new tonight at 11. You have probably seen this viral video right here. It has more than 7 million views and it's being reposted all over. It shows a Chipotle customer walk behind the counter, visibly upset, attempting to make her own burrito bowl. At one point, she can be seen getting physical with an employee. This happened at the Chipotle in Washington Place in Northeast DC, right along Rhode Island Row. Tonight, our Leslie Moreno spoke to that employee, and he says that woman threatened to come back.
Roberto Hernandez says watching the video is triggering and traumatizing. On Saturday, he was working his normal shift at the Chipotle in DC's Brentwood neighborhood when a customer attacked him. The video has since gone viral with over 7 million views.
I was mad, upset, but to me, I'm a man. I can't hit a female. So I walked away.
Hernandez says the woman ordered a burrito bowl on Uber Eats but returned and demanded a refund, saying her order was wrong. Hernandez and his manager explained refunds are issued by Uber. That's when Hernandez says things escalated and the woman proceeded to walk behind the counter and make herself several bowls with extra meat.
And she was like, I want to remake the whole thing. I want tomato, double meat, and everything. And I looked at the receipt and everything. It was not double meat, no tomato, nothing, all that.
Hernandez says he's a loyal employee who's worked at this location for over 2 years. He has yet to hear from corporate, but he'd like to see security inside the store. He now says the woman is threatening him online.
Yesterday, she was saying I'm gonna come back and stab them and all that. I was scared. She was scaring my coworkers and all that too.
In a statement to WUSC 9, Chipotle said in part, "We do not condone guests who mistreat our team members. We are working cooperatively with local law enforcement and hope justice will be served." Hernandez has a message for the customer.
I hope that food was good.
DC police say no police report has been filed as of this evening. A spokesperson for Chipotle says they are planning on filing one. In Northeast DC, Leslie Moreno, WUSA 9.
Okay, so after Leslie filed her report, she was able to get in touch with the woman you saw there in the video. She says she went behind the counter to get her original order because they refused to give her a refund or remake her order. Here's what she told Leslie just 15 minutes ago.
Before I threw the bowl on him or anything, all of them put their hands on me first. And I only went behind the counter. Before I proceeded to make my own food, all of them were touching me, being aggressive towards me. I was never aggressive towards them. I wasn't aggressive towards them until I got assaulted. The video was cut short. That was the second time me making a bowl.
Okay, so Leslie also reached out to Uber Eats. We are still waiting to hear back. We will follow this one for sure.
Yes. If you want to call in, you can. Hold on a
We need to talk. It's not you. Well, it is you. I can't keep
Go ahead and drop the link. Give me a minute to let you up. Because I'm still presenting something. I want to show everybody something. 1 second. Okay, just click that link. Make sure you got a YouTube channel joint. And just pull up. Now just stay on topic though. As long as it's on topic. God damn it. Okay, listen. Listen to this part. First of all, the number one thing y'all all missed was this part right here. I want y'all to just look. Boom. This part right here. Clearly, this dude got muscles. That's not his coat. That's his muscles. And he's tall. And he's also dark skinned, right? The same complexion as her. Why did he put his hand on her like that? Do you notice that he got his hand on her like trying to soothe her? And when she
was like, I want to remake the whole.
And when she did not move and she kept making that bowl, he walked off. Let's go back to that video. Because I'm going to get into why did she respond like this. Because this goes back to the psyche of the mammy and her abuse. Boom. Now, I forgot how to make this. Oh, yes, I do. Look.
And it's being
Look. He's holding her. He's holding her because technically what he's doing is not only is he protecting that food so he don't have to clean that shit up. Because males are very selfish, because that's what it's about. But also, it's so she don't hurt nobody else. Look how he's holding her.
Posted all over.
See, he got her help, so.
It shows a Chipotle customer walk behind the counter.
Look how she struck her
Visibly
shoulders.
upset, attempting to.
The problem with the other dude, he didn't catch on. He should have followed his lead. When he walked away, that was a cue for the young one to walk away. Because I don't even know where she went.
Upset, attempting to.
She just stood on the side like, fuck, they don't pay me enough for this shit. Okay? Now, why? Because there's a part, like I said, he had his hand on her. He was like touching her. Here we go. Like he was soothing her. Boom. Look at that. Why did he do that? Because he knows if he don't have a mama or sister or aunties that already look and act like this woman, he knows that there's no calming down a woman like this. There's no calming down a bitch like this. He knows that she wanted her burrito bowl and she was going to go back there and get it. Because he knows the mammy. He knows the mammy because more than likely one of his homegirls or sisters or somebody in his life look like this. Now let's get to what she said. We're going to dissect what she said.
Before I threw the bowl on him or anything,
mammies are good liars. And they have the mind of a teenage girl. Because that teenage girl life is where they learn to become master manipulators or master their manipulation skills. That teenage life is where they learn how to get things that they wanted. She been fat all her life.
All of them put their hands on me first.
All of them put their hands on me first. She's always fighting. Saying something to her is putting your hands on her. Talking back to her is putting your hands on her. And talking to her the same way she talks to you is putting your hands on her. Any form of aggression is putting your hands on her. Any form of giving her the same energy that you give her is putting your hands on her. Look in her face and eyes.
And I only went behind the counter. Before I proceeded to make my own food, all of them were touching me, being aggressive towards me.
Before I went back there to make my own food, first of all, we know you're not even supposed to be behind the counter. You can't even stand in the area behind the counter, like even too close. Some people get away with it because, you know, like if you're a service worker, so like I noticed that they can get away with stuff like that because they're consistent customers, right? And people start, you know, pass them the food and they go because people know them and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. And they were aggressive towards me. She has to make it as everybody is out to get her. Because since she's been a little girl, everybody has been out to get her. From the inappropriate uncles, from the abusive women in her family, from the hood that she had to live in, from a fight she got into, everybody is out to get me.
I was never aggressive towards them. I wasn't aggressive towards them until I got assaulted. The video was cut short. That was the second time me making a bowl.
Okay, so Leslie also.
This was ridiculous. Did you live down the street from the store? Could you have walked your fat ass there and got your bowl? My face is just like yours, sir. Just like yours. Because here's my thing. If you could take your ass up there to make yourself a burrito bowl in the back, You could have went there and just got your burrito bowl, right? And if they didn't make your burrito bowl correctly, that's why you contact Uber Eats or you call the place and tell them that you ordered from such and such. You get priority when you order through Uber Eats, people, or DoorDash or whatever.
Reached out to Uber Eats.
Roberto Hernandez says watching the video is triggering and traumatizing. On Saturday, he was
They were giving her and went behind the counter at Chipotle like OMG. I don't know who Nate Runner is, but he thought that
working
was
his normal shift out.
And that's another thing. Nick Knox finds shit like this hysterical because they're abusive the same way.
Working his normal shift out the Chipotle.
See, understand something. Why does the mammy act the way she does? Because in the black community, she knows her part and her position. Anybody lived in the hood know what I'm talking about. This is the girl who these grown-ass men had sucking in dicks when she was supposed to be in school. This is the girl that ended up fucking all these niggas so much that she drops out of school, ends up being a baby mama to one of these niggas. This is a girl that beats up bitches in the neighborhood for these niggas. I watched a young girl start hanging around. She was big like her. These grown-ass men in the streets and boys sucking a dick, fucking them, trained, ran on her, all kind of shit, dropped out of school, ended up being a baby mama, hanging with these niggas, and that's the same one they using to beat bitches up. This is the beastie in the black neighborhood. This is how she's created. She's created through sexual abuse and sexual exploitation. She's created through sexual abuse and sexual exploitation. And then she becomes somebody's mother in this world with all of this trauma. Therefore, she becomes somebody's multiple baby mama, multiple kids baby mama situation. Therefore, not only that, now she becomes a nuisance in her own children's lives. And then she has a boy child. And then now she got to harass every young girl that come through the door over her son. And we're not going to get into the bills that she make her kids pay, the house she tries to make them clean all day. We're not going to get into how she slaves her children and does nothing to the sons. Because the mammy is mad at the woman too. The mammy is mad at all the women around her who have failed her. The mammy is mad at the fact that you abused me. This is how this pedophile, this child molester, this sick fuck was able to soothe and be here for my life because of what you've done. This right here. This scene right here tells it all. He just touched her arm. He ain't even bother. And she said this was the second time she went back there for her burrito bowl. He ain't even bother. He just walked off and let her have her burrito bowl. He just let her have her way. Because he knew. Because he know. And let me tell you something. Divestors. Sometimes the mammies be cutting your asses too. The mammies be cutting your asses too. So much that y'all gotta go back and say, well, those swirlers are mammies. Swirlers are mammies. This not the same. When clearly we see a lot of those women, they ain't no motherfucking swirlers that getting their ass beat and fucked up by these men of other races. We not motherfucking stupid. These are women dating men of other races and still getting fucked up in the same way a nigga fucks up. Because y'all so male-centered, y'all still got to give this white knight in shining armor motherfucking fantasy. The mammy's not stupid. She knows that. She's a woman who has been around the block. Believe it or not, mammies have dealt with men of other races. Quiet as kept. They'll never tell you, but they have dealt with men of other races. And they be like, nah, I'm good on that. Mammies. And this why it goes back again to the divester is a divested mammy. Y'all sit here and y'all praise Mr. Beast. Y'all sit here and y'all drag the mammy to filth. Oh, I know y'all loving it now that Trump is president, right? And this what tells me y'all level of intelligence, because if you taking TikTok and you're gonna be like, oh, this is mammy land and this and that. I don't watch mammies on TikTok. I watch intellectual stuff. I watch stuff that I can learn from. I watch astrological stuff. I watch a lot of stuff that involves the mind. I've learned about a lot of books on TikTok. Oh my gosh, TikTok has taught me a lot. It's a fucking Libra. Okay? So it's going to be intelligent. And y'all sit here and y'all say shit like that. One of y'all even said y'all hate TikTok. That's crazy. TikTok is the best. How do you hate TikTok? And this is what confirms to me a lot of y'all divestors got that average black woman look. When I see women who look like this, I stay clear. I got women at my job that look like this, and I'm cool as fuck with them. They cool as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. Mammies can be cool as fuck, bro. Like, you can have a good fucking time with a mammy. In that raggedy ass house, with that raggedy ass apartment, roaches and all, you can still have a good ass time with a motherfucking mammy. And if you got a sophisticated mammy, her house will be fucking clean. But you can have a good time with that bitch. Okay? Oh my gosh. I just had a flashback about something. But woman-centered women can see the bullshit. Can see that y'all are not too far apart as you believe. Y'all sat here and wanted to drag Kendall St. Charles. Y'all dragged her to filth, spiritual mammy, just putting up crazy pictures. Just the insults is ruthless. Girl. Man, oh man, I had to take a breather. I dropped the link in the chat room if anybody want to pull up. My thing is, I feel like, let me make it back to me. I feel like I want to watch everything plays out for the next 3 years. Technically 4, right? I want to see how it will. Yeah, 3 years. And as I watch it play out, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of journaling, a lot of analyzing, a lot of writing, a lot of recording. I'm definitely going to be a very good record keeper this year, as well as looking at things in my own world. And as this life plays out, and as things continue to play out in time, right, I really want to see how divestment works under diaspora of Trump being on the throne right now. I want to see Trump's power. Is he going to take the Gulf of Mexico and make it the Gulf of America? Is he going to snatch Panama's canal from them? Is he really going to start a war and get Greenland? What is going to happen? Are these allies really going to leave America as they claim it that they're going to do? I want to see how it works in this Game of Thrones, because winter is indeed here. Okay? And the White Walkers is definitely Mr. Beast, Mr. White Supremacy. Excuse me, y'all. 1 second. I had that 20 right in my hand. Damn. I forgot to give her $20. Hold on. You know somebody. Right. So now the mammy's also a pimp. The mammy's a user and an abuser. And she learned from the best. Life taught her how to do that. The mammy is a mean bitch. We know that any kind of kindness that she gives you, she wants something. The mammy knows what a male is. Don't be fooled. Don't think these mammies don't know what the fuck going on with these men and these males out here. They fucking know. They know what they are. They know males better than you do. They're around them enough to know them. They're approbated to the conversations that you don't get to hear. That's why she perks up her chest and treats you the way that she do. That's why she laughs in your face. That's why she be like, the guys you choosing? Oh, I never had that experience with a man. Sorry to hear you have. But we know that's a lie. But she's so good at her manipulation. She's so good at her manipulation. She's so good at her, because a manipulator is a good liar. She's so good at her lies. she's so good at her trickery. Tell me I'm lying about that. How many of y'all got tricked by a mammy? How many of y'all got swindled by a mammy before? Tell the fucking truth. I got accused as an infiltrated mammy. I'm not an infiltrated mammy. I just know. And I can't help that I just know. Last time I was kind to people, it was a bunch of white women. And oh, did that white mammy bitch, because we ain't talk about the white mammy, that's a whole show in itself. Did that white mammy bitch not like me at all? She had so much to say. And I had a lot of shit to say too, and I told her. I heard everybody's feelings in that room. They ain't know what the fuck was going on. And I did it real good. It was like 2 in the morning. I like that bitch gonna wake up to some bullshit. And I'm gonna be gone. And I loved every moment of doing that. And I know that bitch loved the fact that she was talking about me like that, and I had no clue that she was doing that. But she don't realize I'm not surprised you with a nigga. You are fucking and laying down with the ultimate betrayer. I got children by one. I learned a lot about deceit. I learned a lot about lying. I learned a lot about doing sneaky shit. I learned a lot about motherfucking putting a smear campaign on people because of him. But you gotta tell the truth. And y'all know that. Hey, Bob. Marys were always the rudest customers when I walked in customer service. I felt their meanness from a mile away, from their demeanor to the way she looked at her husband for approval, everything. Let's talk about that. The reason any woman, especially a married woman, projects that energy, it is a energetic manipulation. And you understand exactly what I'm talking about here. It is an energetic manipulation prior to walking into the space. I could be happy, smile, laugh, but I put that energy on when I walk into a space. Do you know how many people try to play black women when we walk into a space? You know how many people try to snicker and do slick shit when we walk into a space? Try to bait us? And I learned that by ignoring the motherfucker and carrying on the way I do with that energy that I have, that back motherfucker is off you when they don't try you. They can just keep snickering over there. But I have another friend that told me this. She said, when I walk into a place, I give main character energy. She's a Leo moon. And she said, you see how you noticed what everybody was doing? I wouldn't even have noticed that. I wouldn't have gave a fuck about it. And so she had taught me, because it's kind of hard, the PTSD in me, I got to scope out the room. But she had taught me how to ignore motherfuckers in a space, in a room. But hey, I can't help it. My son's in the 11th house, so I got to look at everything. And that's why they got that rudeness and that meekness. You know what life picks on you about, what people don't like about you. People hate you. You know when you've been picked on all your life. Get what I'm saying? Think about your own life. What do people pick on you about? What do you find that people try you about? What do you find that people do and you just be like, what the fuck? You from the city, you know what I'm saying. about yourself, you have to now develop an armor of survival. She's surviving every single day. Do you know what life is like when you're surviving? Do you know the level of how low you'll get? Survival mechanism. I couldn't find the word. There you go. So therefore, when I walk into a room, I project the energy. I project the mean energy. I project the don't play with me energy. Don't joke with me energy. I'm not smiling with you. Don't smile at me. That's the energy I'm projecting when I walk into a space. Because people will try you. Because I know that. And I know I'm going to be tried because I'm a black woman. Because I'm a woman of color. Listen, I see people, there's videos. Oh, again? You sure it's not you, Bob? Anybody else got me shopping? Come on, Daniel, listen. I'm not, you don't have to come up. Just come on in. Somebody asked to come up, then I don't know where they went. Okay? You. It is the same mechanism that the divested mammy is doing. These divestors have a survival mechanism too. The thing is, their survival mechanism is working in a different way. How does my audio sound now? It's working in a different way. And what I'm saying is, with the divestor is, I'm going to be the opposite of that. So I'm going to be a lot more kinder when I come into these spaces. I'm probably going to show a little bit more hospitality when I come into these spaces. It don't work for me. Hospitality and kindness don't work for me. And I had to see that the hard way. I have to project a meanness at the door. As I have grown, when it, oh damn, it's still, oh shit. I don't know what to do. Am I choppy to everybody else in the room? I'm still convinced that it's you, Bob. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't. And I feel like being an adult, I know, I ain't been the same since my grandma died. And I ain't been the same since the other one died. I think I've humbled myself and calmed down a little bit more when the second one died. You know, it's something it did to my mind when I realized that my mother and my dad's mother is not here. These women played a major part in my life. It did something to me. And it kind of humbled me. You know what I'm saying? I project the same meanness too when I go deliver packages at these hoods. That's why I like my job, because I don't have to be customer service friendly out here. Yeah, a lot of I don't want to put your job out there, but yeah, you have to. So you get where I'm going. Hospitality ain't gonna work for you, because you're gonna get got. You know that. Somebody gonna steal something that don't belong to them. Somebody might try to take from you. You have to show that you're not the one to be fucked with. Right? have to show that. It's black women at my job that look just like that woman with that burrito bowl. They look just like that woman with that burrito bowl. And I'm cool with them. We cool. We have an understanding. It ain't nothing. Because let me tell you something. I've seen Hispanic women get picked on. Oh, go watch some Karen videos. There's some people picking on y'all too. The Hispanic woman can't be a nice woman. She's not. There's mammy in all cultures. The mammy Hispanic woman, shit. Remember that one I showed you with the scarf? Her daughter has a black boyfriend. Okay? And she's a little brown. And I noticed that those big Hispanic girls, they get picked on. Or that very pretty Hispanic girl gets picked on. It's a lot of, let me find one. There was one Karen video I remember. And they were just minding their business. After calling hero, Hispanic man, Mexican at Fresno McDonald's. Yes. This right here this is the gas station one. I found just what I'm looking for. Let me get this commercial out the way.
I never join a meeting without my AI meeting assistant to take notes.
I need an AI meeting.
Watch this. I can ask Otter AI, what have I missed so far? And it will give me up.
Good.
Oh, I said she is, and that's why she's leaving. So you will leave too.
This is going on. You don't know who I am. You told her to go back to the country where she's from.
That's you? That's her soul.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Where were you born? Where were you born? Where were you born? I was born in America. Where are your ancestors from? They're not from this country. You're going back to Mexico. You better go back to where you're from.
You just walked into it. Excuse me?
Oh my God. I said she is, and that's why she's leaving. So you will leave too.
No. This is going all on the internet. You don't know who I am. You told her to go back to her country where she's from.
That's her soul.
Yeah.
You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Where were you born? Where were you born? Where were you born? I was born in America. Where are your ancestors from? They're not from this country. You're going back to Mexico. You better go back to where you're from.
You just walked into it. Excuse me?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you deserved it, in my opinion. Yeah, you pushed her and she smacked you. That was self-defense on her part.
She grabbed me.
Nope.
Boom. But let's get back to her.
Oh, I said she's leaving, so you will leave too.
No. This is going all on the internet. You don't know who I am. You told her to.
Can I tell y'all a little secret? A lot of these Beckys are fucking black men. Nobody wants to say it, but a lot of these Beckys are fucking black men. That is very black. This planet is ghetto. Everybody is in survival mode. That's a very black dress and hairstyle she's wearing, y'all. Y'all can't deny that. But
you told her to go back to her country
This is what I'm saying. Look at how Maria looks. You know her name is Maria. Her name is definitely Maria or Julia. How much
Where she's from.
I didn't even touch you. That's her song. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Where were you born? Where were you born? I was born in America. Where are your ancestors from? They're not from this country. You're going back to Mexico. You better go back to where you're from.
You just walked into it. Excuse me?
I wanted to see her fight her. She looked like she was about to square the fuck up. Here I go. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Good morning. How are you today?
I need 50 premium, of course. Make it quick.
Oh no, I'm not gonna skip. Going back again. The mammy is surviving. The divested mammy is surviving. When you're saying, I'm going to go to another race of men because it's better over there, that's survival. When you're saying, I don't want no parts of this culture, this, that, and the third, I don't want no parts of it, that I'm dressing and being like this, and I'm going to be the plainest, Janest white woman I can and be as racist as I can over there, that's fucking survival. Survival can be something you're doing that may not be feeling so good. When you have to lay your head on that pillow at night, or when you have to be in that shower alone. That's survival. So they're all mammies. And it's confirmed because at the end of the day, they voted right alongside the same man that they don't fuck with. And that was against the mammy. Now let's get into the 92%. 92% is the group of black women who voted against Trump being the president. Let me see. White billionaire battles black women to stop putting down black men. Really? Did y'all see that? What? Hold on, y'all. Look at this shit.
It has become increasingly obvious that the goal of black women is to destroy the confidence of black men to keep them chained to the plantation. Check out this video from Just Pearly Things as a white millionaire destroys black women, letting them know that he will not allow them to keep these men chained to the plantation and mental slaves.
Important. Can we stop? This is very important to me. I have a lot of young black men that follow me. There's no fucking way on earth I'm gonna let them believe that they have a lesser chance than anybody else if they just work their ass off. There's no fucking way. I'm not shitting on their dreams like that. I'll be damned. You call me a racist if you want.
Fine, but we have to
You call me a racist all day. I'm not. I don't care. There's no way I'm letting those young men believe that shit.
100%.
Because I know plenty of black guys. Look, King Rich is here right now. He's a fucking winner all day long because he didn't let that shit happen.
This man literally had to battle these women on his own. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Men have to stand up for one another, or we're never going to escape the plantation. Like, share, and subscribe. But let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
Why y'all don't never know how to talk? Y'all don't know. Why don't y'all know how to formulate proper English words and sentences together? The fuck is that shit about? It's not in a speech. My son who had a speech impediment talk better than you, bro. Man, that's crazy. Let's call it what it is. The black woman has every fucking right to be angry. The black woman does not need to be nice and kind to no motherfucking body. The black woman has every right to walk around here with the motherfucking attitude. The history of the black woman says that. Any woman who comes from a culture of fucking slavery has every fucking reason to be motherfucking angry. Let's not play these games. Women have a right to be angry. Let's call it what it is. But oh ho ho, the black woman, the woman of color, has every right to be motherfucking angry because everybody's out to get her. She has to swing and fight from all fucking angles in this fucking world, and to the point that we have to say, fuck it. Let's not play this game. She is the main woman that needs to walk around here with an attitude. She is the main woman that needs to walk into a space and demand what the fuck she wants. Let's not play these games. She has experienced the ultimate betrayal that the world had to see. She gets betrayed by the men she has children with. Let's not act like some of these women are not getting bamboozled and swindled by these males out here. Let's not act like 80% of black women are not being sexually abused before the age of 18 and groomed. Let's not act like that. Let's not act like that girl in the hood is not big and buff and all these things. Because she had to be a woman before she was fucking ready to be one. That's why she's a grown woman still regressing back to being a teenager or her young 20s again. Let's not pretend that the black woman does not have a right to be fucking angry. I was talking to a co-worker, short, dark-skinned woman, and we were really cool. She was like, you know, I got teased so bad for my skin color. I hated my skin color. You know, they used to turn off the light and say they couldn't find me and tease me. And I was like, I'm sorry that you experienced that, because we all got teased in black culture. I said, when you feel like that, you go look at all those beautiful dark-skinned women, how beautiful and admired they are. Times are different. Y'all are the shit, okay? That's what I told her. Because nobody should be walking around in life feeling like that. I do have a heart, you know. I'm not just angry at the dark-skinned black woman. I just know what I'm dealing with and I stay clear of it. Because I know what's going on with her. I even know what's going on with the light-skinned woman with the dark-skinned mother, because she watches her dark-skinned mother go through it. I'm not a dummy. So let's not sit here and pretend as if the black woman does not have reason to her anger. He said, black woman wore me out. Let's see what he's talking about. Oh, a black woman will do that.
pulled up to 1,100 pounds.
The Big Fig mattress is a special curated mattress for bigger bodies.
There's no sagging.
It's not that I didn't have a place to go. In my family situation, if I went home, then they would be right. And I didn't want that to be right, and I didn't want to have a bastard child.
Don't do this, Jamisha.
You would rather go over there and fight for your life like me.
Don't see. I knew this is where this was gonna go. Hold on. New rules.
Would I let it happen again?
Jamisha. Hold on. When it comes to sensitive subjects, y'all gonna have to remove including and making it personal about you, because I don't want people digging into y'all personal background on that type of time. Y'all gonna have to keep it either about the subject or keep it in general.
Well, one of your followers already sent me a dick pic, so I really don't care.
No. Listen, y'all not gonna keep on holding me accountable for what I can't control.
People have a story, and you don't know who's watching that may need to hear it. So, I mean, if I'm the one in saying my personal stuff, I already know it's free game.
Well, he don't like victims, Jamisha, so just he don't believe victims. He don't like.
No, I'm trying to tell y'all to shut the fuck up so I can protect you from yourself.
Oh my God.
I don't want people coming at y'all about shit that y'all volunteering. And so protection is also preventative. When I say don't include personal situations that is personal to you, I'm trying to protect you from yourself while you keep trying to call me names. I'm trying to tell you, don't put information out into the internet that people will then DM you or try to use against you or try to do a reaction video for. So while you trying to demonize me, I'm trying to protect y'all asses.
I didn't call you a name.
Right, I didn't call you a name.
What's wrong with y'all?
But I do appreciate that, Anton.
I'm about to say you jazz light, not gas light, jazz light.
I just observed the fact that
All right, tell all of y'all business. I don't give a fuck now.
I just observed the fact that whenever
Do what y'all want to do.
I just observed the fact that there's been a consistency, right, since I've been on these streams, that whenever a woman speaks up about her abuse or what she has gone through with a man of status, y'all automatically assume she's lying. Y'all automatically assume she's full of shit. And what that lets me know, you do kind of lack empathy a little bit. You lack understanding. You lack compassion. And that is because these people that they are accusing of that abuse are men of status, of power, of means, of wealth that you admire, right? So how dare them speak out?
So the women never lie, Jazz. Never.
It gotta be because
no woman has ever gotten caught lying.
I was not talking to you. So
I'm just saying though, because you're gonna take the conversation so far off. It's about Jay-Z. You making it about women. It's about Jay-Z being with a 13-year-old.
To me, I don't understand why you even talking to me right now. I'm speaking
because you don't know how to have productive conversations, and nobody ever tells you that. But I'm going to tell you, you don't know how to have a productive conversation.
Let's bring it back to Jay-Z, y'all. Let's bring it back to
I was just in the middle of a thought.
No, let Molly get her shit off because she don't say shit. Nope.
I want y'all to pay attention to what just happened there. That was, look, the universe be universe, and I fucking love it. Here it is, Jazz was speaking about something that made a lot of sense. And so Maul decided to jump in and say, well, Jazz, you don't know how to have a conversation. You don't know, you act like women don't tell lies. You see, this is an example of where the mammy gets unhinged. But this is where the mammy has to learn that her delivery and the way she speaks causes that. You can speak with something. This is why when I speak, I always be like, I'm a passionate speaker. Don't take it wrong how I'm speaking. I have to let people in a room know that I'm a passionate speaker. Because I know how I speak. I know my tone. I've been doing this for fucking years. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to have convoluted conversations because you're dealing with a conversation that it is going to cause shadow work to unveil, such as someone's going to talk about when I was 13 and this man and this happened, and it's not like it doesn't happen. And even the girl who lies is not lying. I need y'all to understand. Even the girl who you got claim is lying on a man is not lying. I don't even have to listen to too much. Black men feel black women are too angry to deal with. I just wanna keep this thumbnail up. Can I do that? I know a commercial about to come on, but I just wanna keep up this thumbnail. The Mary has been broken down. The moment she gets in this world and discovers sex in males, she has been broken down. Why is it that a woman like me, who's 40, still looks like I'm in my 20s? Because yes, I've been through some things. Yes, I have done some dumb shit. But I done my dumb shit in silence, and I didn't do it for too long. Probably the most is a month. Yes, I've experienced fucking foolery with niggas. But I'm here to fucking tell you one motherfucking thing. And that is this. I still was wise enough to know how to get my life back. I still was wise enough to pick up books. I still was wise enough to motherfucking go celibate for a while, and I would have done it longer. I was wise enough. I was wise enough to recognize what the fuck was going on in my life. In my 30s. That's young. Wise enough at 40 to start life the way I want life to be for myself. These women don't live for themselves. Mammies are already grandmothers by my age. Some of them are grandmothers before my age. Some of them, their daughters end up being teen moms. I be confused at women who don't get abortions. Like, I don't get it. I be like, y'all want grandchildren. Y'all lying to yourselves. I don't believe in abortion. No, you want to be a grandmother. You're lying. It's not hard to pimp these women out here. It's not hard to pimp a mammy. It's not hard to get a mammy to help you pimp. None of this shit is hard. I just want y'all to just, for women who sat back and watched women, because I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, yo, listen, you think it's hard for these men to fuck two women that work at the same time, right? You think it's hard for these men to carry on affairs? I didn't care about the man I was with. I didn't care. What I cared about was all because of an angry thing. Me feeling like I didn't live my life the way I wanted to. It was all off of that. But when I go back into my life, I didn't love that man. There are no pictures of us that I have here but one, and I hate that picture. I have nothing but pictures of the children and me. You would think I lived those past 13, 20, whatever year was it, 10 years, 8, whatever years it was, as a single mother. Because I felt like one. I referred to him as the babysitter. The kids are with their babysitter. You don't, I said it like, well, he's here to help babysit the kids while I go out. And one woman was like, that's real sad. I didn't love him. I actually sat here in my older life and know what it feels like to really love and care about somebody. Like to really love and care about somebody. To ask a black woman, why is she angry, is a stupid question. Now, here we go. I found what I was looking for. Why does woman's face look so familiar, man? Something about this. Maybe it's just her face.
Come to the front of the class.
We're a little more than a month away from our Women's March on January 18th in Nashville.
I'm sorry. The 92% will not be in attendance. Please check with that other 8% We will be minding our business for the next 48 business months.
I just want to send a reminder to everybody that Black women are on vacation right now. We're on sabbatical, and we're not going to the Women's March on January 18th.
White people, we want to see what you can do for the black community. I'm tired of white people saying, oh, I'm an ally. Yeah, I support you. No, go to the streets. Karen, go to the streets. Do whatever you can. Do the work without the help of black women. Black women want to chill. Black women want to relax because they have been fighting for everybody. And black women are saying, we are going to take a step there because we can be fighting for everybody even when nobody's fighting for us. So, y'all say you're fighting for women's rights? Please, darlings, go represent us because we have represented you for a long time.
Instead, we have two movements that are happening right now that signify the fact that Black women are putting themselves first. Instead of the march, we're going to brunch. We're going to hang out with other women, other Black women. We're going to have mimosas. We're just going to celebrate each other and have a good time.
The 92% is not marching with them.
Nope. Get somebody else to do it. Booked and busy, child. Got a manicure and pedicure book. I got take a nap. I got some play a word search. I'm busy. 2025, the rule still applies. Yeah, I got it. Talk about March, child. I'm marching to my bed. How about that? Getting me some good rest. 92% rest. Okay? Y'all the best though, child. I got it.
This is crazy. So white women prepared a women's march coming very soon on the 18th of January. And guess who decided to say, I'll not be there? Black women, you know why? Because black women are tired of fighting everybody's battle. And shout out to this white woman for understanding the assignment that black people are sick and tired of fighting for everybody. Literally, black women are saying, we are going to sit back and let you guys use your white privilege. Let's see what you can do. Because like for ages, for years and years, your people have been doing the most to us. And in case of anything, it has always been a black person fighting for everybody, be it Asian, be it white, be it black people. So this time around, we as black women, we ain't gonna come out and fight for the country of America. Whatever you guys want to go and march for, we are not joining you. Please, white people, do us the honor.
The 92% is not marching with us, and I don't blame them at all. There's a women's march on January 18th, 2025. It's the Saturday before Donald Trump's inauguration, and I've received several messages and comments from the 92% that they will not be participating, and I don't freaking blame them one bit. They've done the work for decades only to be let down over and over and over again, so y'all have a fun day. Go to the spa, get you some snacks, go see a movie, go shopping, do literally anything that will make you happy.
I remember when white women were being very much white fucking women and was trolling with signs talking about black dick during BLM. Now, I don't care much for BLM. BLM doesn't care much for BLM. At the same time, this is what they did. And to be honest, there's a lot of women who come to these women's marches and make shit a fucking mockery.
Happy and let us do the hard work for once. Much love, much support to everyone. I'll see you on the 18th. Unless you're part of the 92%, go to a spa day and have a good time.
Are you kidding me? My job, period. And black women were like, honey, we have better things to do. Okay? We have better things to do. We are going to do our spa day. We are going to take that day. Meanwhile, you white people are in the streets fighting for us. We're just going to go and, unwind.
Why do y'all Africans with braids so damn small in your head?
Sean Combs is a monster.
He thought if people fear him, they respect him.
I want to speak.
Sean Combs' mom ain't shit either. I remember when she was talking about my aunt. Oh, you got a nice little house, Marietta. I'll never forget that. She liked it.
92% brunch day keeps getting bigger. So, for clarification, there are individual videos on my page with locations in Florida, New York, Texas, the DMV area that have people making arrangements to meet up at Black-owned locations throughout the city. There's also a post at the pinned to the top of my page with a whole host of other cities that I didn't make individual posts for, but there are people in the comment section making arrangements for brunch. Again, it doesn't have to be brunch. It could be a trip to the coffee shop. It could be a walk in the park. It could be dinner. It could be a spa day. The point is that the 92% are collectively getting together on January 18th to enjoy themselves and flood the socials with our joy, because Black women wrestling is revolutionary.
Yo, Black women.
Okay, so I have gotten so many requests regarding 92% brunch day on January 18th for California. Now, I've never been to California, so I'm not too familiar with the area, but I am going to list some Black-owned brunch locations in California that have been recommended to me. They're going to be at the end of this video. I'm going to tag a bunch of creators who mentioned California and asked where we're going to do brunch. And if you know of others, then you can tag them below. I'm going to ask the creators that I tag who are arranging brunch to share this on their pages so that we can start creating some Eventbrites once we pick where we're going to eat. Okay, so 92% brunch day On January 18th, these are going to be our California locations that I was able to locate. Other recommendations are welcome. Don't feel like you have to choose one of these. And thank you all.
This is mothering to the team. In case you didn't know what the Women's March on the 18th of January 2025 is going to be about, let me tell you what it's about. Women are supposed to march for ABORTI access now. You understand what I mean? All in Action Fund, feminist, the feminist front, the front line, child, Harriet's wildest dream, Planned Parenthood Federation of America, National Women's Law Center, National Organization for Women, Popular Democracy, Sister Song, Time to Act Coalition, Ultraviolet, Women's March, Time to Act Coalition, Advance.
One thing is about the whole shit is this is how you know we are in a different generation of women. Because being in a different generation of women, this is why you have the awakening of, you know what? Fuck everybody. And this should have been a mentality that black women should have been had. And it should have started with the black men. Because it's already there. Fuck that white guy defending black men. Fuck him. He's a white apologist. I don't do white apologists. Fuck them. And he's in the platform he was on, you could tell that's a nigga platform. Okay? I say all this to say, as a whole, black women have every fucking right to be angry. Black women have every right to walk around with a fucking attitude. It's sad that it took, like, it had to be a reality in her face to see the number and to see the betrayal. Even the Hispanic and Latin community had to see the betrayal of their own people to say, what the fuck? And there's something to Donald Trump. There's something to this man. That's why it's called He Trumps It All. Because he brings out the truth. This man has caused people's true intentions, emotions, and everything to come out. People got to understand, after these 4 years, the shift in race, because the vest is about the big reset, the shift in the racist divide, the shift in the coming together of people fighting together, the shift in the way people are now going to be thinking is going to be revolutionary. Black women being angry and knowing now, like, see, now the black woman knows what she's angry about. It's coming beneath the surface to what she's angry about. And the moment she knows, and the moment she goes out there and moves differently, watch this world shake. Watch it shake. The problem that the divestors have with this is that she's going to survive. Best believe she's going to snake her way through the system when it comes to these men, child support. Because little do you know, a lot of these men, these snake men, they don't even sign the birth certificate. So if his name is not on that birth certificate, that nigga gets nothing. If she got domestic violence cases on that nigga gets nothing. So the black men that's claiming, y'all males that's claiming y'all happy the fact that y'all can claim your child because y'all pay child support, you better make sure your nose is clean. Make sure your fucking porch is swept. I gotta sweep my damn porch. Shit, I clean my whole house fucking me being sick, man, woof. Feel like I'm living in a trap house. You better make sure. Oh no. Better make sure your nose is clean. Cause trust me, mammies are survivors. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way through that system. Best believe it. I ain't want to say it, but I'm saying it now. Anyway, that's the show. I know I've been talking a lot because the Trump topic has been a topic. We're definitely going to get to the interview with a female pimp. Depending on how I feel after I take these meds and stuff, what I'm going to do, I'll let y'all know. I know I don't never post on the community page. I just post up, you know what I'm saying? Times will be changing where I'll kind of be a little bit more active and promote shit. You know, I don't take YouTube serious. I don't look for popularity here. I don't care for it, you know. But anyway, y'all, I'm out of here.